मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं कृष्णचैतन्यम् ईश्वरम्। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
So, have you gone through the previous two verses? Last week we completed two verses, correct? So somebody would like to recite them? Somebody would like to do that? Gayatri, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm trying to open the page only 1 second.
తెలుగులో కావాలా?
తీసాను, తెలుగులోనే ఓపెన్ చేసి.
వచ్చిందా?
घुष्यते यस्य नगरे रङ्गयात्रा दिने दिने तमहं शिरसा वन्दे राजानं कुलशेखरम्। श्रीवल्लभेति वरदेति दयापरेति भक्तप्रियेति भवलुण्ठनकोविदेति नाथेति नागशयनेति जगन्निवासेति आलापनं प्रतिदिनं कुरु मे मुकुन्द। जयतु जयतु देवो देवकी नन्दनोऽयं जयतु जयतु कृष्णो वृष्णिवंशप्रदीपः जयतु जयतु मेघश्यामलकोमलाङ्गो जयतु जयतु पृथिवी भारणासो मुकुन्दः.
Very nice, Andy. Thank you. Okay, so we'll see the third verse. So we are going through Mukunda Mala Stotram written by Kulashekara Alvar. So the third shloka is Mukunda Mudhna Pranipatyayachi. You like to repeat?
मुकुन्द मूर्धना प्रसन्नयाचि
भवन्तमेकान्तम् इयन्तमर्थम् अविस्मृतिस्त्वच्चरणारविन्दे त्वच्चरणारविन्दे भवे भवे मेस्तु भवत्प्रसादात्
भवे भवे मेस्तु भवत्प्रसादात्
मुकुन्दमूर्ध्ना प्रणिपत्ययाचे
मुकुन्दमूर्ध्ना प्रणिपत्ययाचे
भवन्तमेकान्तमियन्तमर्थम्
भवन्तमेकान्तमियन्तमर्थम्
अविस्मृतिस्त्वच्चरणारविन्दे
अविस्मृतिस्त्वच्चरणविन्दे
भवे भवे मेस्तु भवत्प्रसादात्
Bhave
भवे भवे
Bhavat Prasadam.
भवत्प्रसादात्.
So in this shloka, Kulishekara Alvar is saying that Mukunda, Murthna Pranipatya, with my head bowing down, Yache, I'm begging, respectfully begging, Bhavantam from you. I want some boon from you. Okay? Ekantam yantam. Ekantam means only to you I'm bowing down my head. Okay? Yantam artham. I want a desire to be fulfilled. For a particular reason, okay, I'm bowing down my head to you. Avismritistvaccharanara. Smriti means to remember. Vismriti means to forget. Avismriti means not to forget. You getting it? Smriti means remembering. Vismriti means not remembering. That is forgetting. Avismriti means not forgetting, not remembering. Vismriti is not remembering, which is forgetfulness. Avismriti is not forgetting. Okay. So what I do not want to forget? Tvaccharanara vinde. I want to remember. Let me not forget your lotus feet. Bhave bhave, in each repeated birth. Bhavat prasada, by your mercy. Very simple meaning actually. So I'll just read out the meaning to you. It says, O Lord Mukunda, I bow down my head to your lordship and respectfully ask you to fulfill this one desire of mine, that in each of my future births, I will, by your lordship's mercy, always remember and never forget your lotus feet. So, here, the interesting, do you find anything interesting in this?
Yes, I found one thing, Akka.
Yeah, what is interesting? in
Pray like this, but one thing I missed was in each repeated birth.
this? Yeah.
Because I was thinking that if I attain the feet of Lord, then I get the moksha and I will be like, get rid of the next life or further life or repeated
Yeah.
life. But you did clarify my questions that neither Krishna nor us, we always exist in this
Yes.
every life. So birth and death is like it's continuous. So
Yes.
that one request or one boon
Yes.
maybe or one prayer that I missed in my daily prayer is in
Yeah.
each birth that I have to today
Yes.
onwards I have to include that.
Yes. Very nice, actually. Very. Thank you, Radhika. Very good observation, because usually we see a prayer asking us to relieve us from the difficulties we have, or we want to get relieved from this material world. I do not want a birth again. Okay. Very nice points, Radhika, you spoke. Because the relationship between us and the Lord is eternal. It is always there. If you see in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, Krishna is saying that Natvevaham chatunasam natvam nime janadhiva nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah param. I've quoted this earlier also. He says, neither me nor you nor all these kings will cease to exist, neither in the past, nor in the future, nor in the present. So all of us are going to eternally exist. That's what Krishna says. So we're going to exist. Of course, the difference is we may exist in the spiritual world, or we may again take birth and exist in the material world. But a devotee is not really worried about where he is going to. So Kulishekar is saying, may I take repeated birth? No problem. If you have decided to take birth again, I will take the birth again. But my only request is, I do not want to forget your lotus feet. Let me be born as a Chandala, as a Brahmana, as an insect, whatever it is, but let me remember your lotus feet. Actually, Krishna also promises in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna asks a very interesting question in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna says, okay, Krishna, you're asking me to do some bhakti yoga or whatever yoga. And what if I don't complete, but I leave my life here? What is my position then? See, neither I have achieved anything materially, nor I have completed my spiritual journey. So what is my position? It is like a riven cloud, you know. Sometimes the cloud comes, but it doesn't rain. Just with some wind, it just gets, it just disappears. It doesn't rain at all. So my entire lifetime is wasted, right? That's what Arjuna is asking. Right? Even with all the spiritual things we understand that really one lifetime is not sufficient to perfect spirituality. Correct? You all agree with me? Then what is our position? See, we are sacrificing so many material things also, and we are trying to be spiritual, or trying to be spiritual. We are sacrificing spirituality and trying to be material, but nothing seems to be perfect. Just like that, it doesn't come even one lifetime. It is not sufficient to fulfill our desires. Then what is our position? And Krishna tells Arjuna, don't worry. I will protect your bhakti. If you have come to a level of 50% in this lifetime, your next lifetime, you will continue from 51. Okay, that is the advantage of being in bhakti. Especially, see, all the material qualifications we know, even if we are doctorates here, again you take birth, again you will have to start from A for apple, B for biscuit. Right, what all we have learned is gone. But devotion is not. Devotion is always protected. Do you know any examples where life after life devotion has been continued? Any examples do you know from the scriptures? Like somebody is incomplete in the devotion, but next life they are given a chance to continue from that point. Did you hear about Bharat Maharaj? Bharat Maharaj, on whose name India got the name Bharat, or this Bhumi, this earth planet got Bharatavarsha. Bharat Maharaj was a very, very righteous king. And this story comes in Bhagavatam. So Bharat Maharaj was ruling very nicely. He was the emperor. He was not even the king. He was the emperor. But when time came, Bharat Maharaj was thinking, it's high time I make my son as the king and I go to the forest and meditate on the Supreme Lord. Okay. So he crowns his son and then he goes to the forest. He has a very small ashram and he's trying to meditate there. So when he is meditating, it's a forest, right? A beautiful place where the ashram is there. So there's a small lake beside that ashram. So suddenly he hears a sound which actually distracts his mind from meditation. He's meditating on the Lord. So when he opens the eyes, he sees that a deer, which is pregnant, which is just about to deliver, is chased by a tiger. Okay, so in fear of the tiger, this deer tries to cross the lake, and while crossing, it delivers the baby. Okay, so immediately Bharat Maharaj, being very kind, he just quickly goes and lifts that baby. The deer escapes. The tiger is also gone, but the baby is left in the water, right? So Bharat Maharaj goes and he takes care of the.
జడ భరతుడు కదక్క పేరు జడ
No,
భరతుడు
no,
కదా
this is Bharat. I'll tell you. Yes, it is connected to Jada Bharat.
Okay.
But initially he was Bharat Maharaj.
Okay.
Okay. So he starts taking care of the deer, baby deer. So just understand the situation. He was a king. He was an emperor. He decided that I should not be getting attached to this kingdom. So let me renounce my kingdom, go to the forest and meditate on the Lord. And why in this process, he left the kingdom, but he got attached to the deer. So every day he would spend some time with the deer. Okay. And then he would feed the deer, he would cuddle it, and he'll be very, very affectionate to the deer. So once what happens is, uh, the deer, it goes out for grazing and it doesn't come back in time. So Bharat Maharaj starts thinking, what happened to the deer? Did it fall prey to some wild animal? What would have happened? So he starts meditating on the deer. Meditating means start thinking about the deer. And that is the time death comes to Bharat Maharaj. So when he dies, because he is in the consciousness of the deer, he takes birth as a deer. So the next lifetime of Emperor Bharat Maharaj, is a deer. Because that's what Krishna says, right? Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajityante kalevaram tam tam prapnoti. Yam yam vapi, whatever you're thinking at the time of death, that you will attain in the next lifetime. Okay, so Bharat Maharaj becomes a deer. But the point of interest for us is, he was doing devotional service in his previous lifetime. But he left the body in an incomplete stage. Now, as promised, Krishna has to protect his devotion. So, as a deer, King Bharat Maharaj remembered his previous lifetime. So, he remembered how he entered into this deer body, because his goal was different, to reach the Supreme Lord. So, then he started thinking, okay, this lifetime now I need to be very, very careful. Let me take care of this. Okay. But one should remember that it's only human life that is the junction. I don't know in US how it is, but in India we have train junctions. That is where the train can change the route. Okay, it's a junction. So like that, human birth is a junction. So even if you take an animal, you first need to come to a human birth and then get liberated or whatever it is. So now Bharat Maharaj was very, very careful in the deer birth. Okay, he was not mixing with the fellow deers. He used to stay near to the ashrams where sages were meditating. So the next lifetime, he was born in a good, aristocratic Brahmin family. And again, Krishna said he protects the devotion. So he remembered, by the mercy of the Lord, he remembered the previous 2 lifetimes. His lifetime as Bharat Maharaj and his lifetime as a deer. And this time also he was named as Bharat. This time, this Bharat was very, very careful. He said, okay, somehow by my fortune, I got the human birth again. So let me not deviate. So he was not talking to anyone. He will not fight with anyone. He will not respond. He was like Jada. Jada means something which doesn't have life, like a stone, material things. The physical things are called Jada. They cannot move on their own. So people used to call him Jada Bharat. Okay. Oh, this Bharat, he's very dull. He doesn't know anything. Actually, he remembered his 2 lifetimes. His father tried to educate him, send him to school. Okay. So in school also, he would not talk to anyone. He was thinking, did I take birth to learn again A for apple, B for biscuit? No. He was focusing on himself, the Atman part. So then once King Rahugana, the king of that kingdom, he was going to meet his guru. So he'll be going on a palanquin, palaki. So 4 people will be carrying the king. So in that, one of them falls sick. So So then they're looking for a fourth person, and suddenly they see that this Jada Bharat is sitting under a tree and doing nothing actually. So these people go and say, see, the king is coming and we need to carry him to a nearby place. So you have to come and help us. So Jada Bharat, what he does is, whoever tells something, he does. If somebody gives something to eat, he will eat. He will not ask anyone. That is how he was leading his life, because he doesn't want to get caught in this material world. He was behaving very cautiously this time. Okay, then Rahugan, when he's okay, so now Jada Bharat is the fourth person who is carrying the king. Now, as they were walking in the forest, this palanquin was going upside down. The king was feeling very disturbed. So he will say, what is happening? Why are you not walking properly? Then the other three say that it is because of this fourth person, Maharaj, the regular person didn't come. I don't know, he's walking in very haphazard way. So the king asks, why are you doing like this? Then Jada Bharat says, there are some ants crawling on the ground. I don't want to hurt them. He's very scared, he doesn't want to commit any karma also. Because if some karma is there, again he has to take birth. The king understands that this person is not an ordinary person. He has some higher thinking. Okay, then he makes few questions, and the way, actually it's a very long conversation which comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. And finally King Rahugan falls at his feet and he says, you please enlighten me. Then Jadavarat talks about the soul. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, our devotion is always protected. Okay. So we don't have to worry about anything else. Here Kulashekar is saying, let me take birth after that. The boon I want is, but what is the risk of taking birth after birth? We may forget Krishna because we have not perfected it. So every time chance will be given because of the devotion we have in the previous lifetime. Okay. So we don't have to again start from the basic, that does God exist? I need some proof to see that, some scientific proof. We may not require all that because we are already convinced about the existence of God. So from here we will start our journey. So Krishna is, so Kulashekar Alvar is saying, but the chance is, because you are in the material world, who controls the material world? Do you know who controls the material world?
Devi.
This
Devi.
material world is called Durg. In Hindi, Durg means fort. Mother Durga is in charge of this. She is in charge of this entire material world. One has to cross her to reach the Supreme Lord. And she works under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So she gives us a lot of tests whether we are really worth reaching the Supreme Lord. Okay. So she does a very, what is it called? Thankless job. Certain jobs, So she puts the jivas under Maya. You know the meaning of Maya? You have heard Maya, right? Maya is a very, very common word. What is Maya? Maya means
Illusion, or
yeah.
it is there. We think that it is there, but it is actually it
Yes.
is.
Yes. We think this is true, but this is not true. So we think this is the object of my happiness. Everywhere, what are we trying to do? I heard a very nice example today. See, somebody may be liking gulab jamun so much. Okay. So we eat gulab jamun every day, then what happens? You get vexed. No, I don't want this gulab jamun anymore. Let me try rasagulla. So then I go to rasagulla. Okay, then after a few days again, I don't want to eat rasagulla. So I change. Actually, what we are looking is for sugar. It is neither gulab jamun nor rasagulla. We're looking for something else. But what are we trying to do? To satisfy that, we are trying to search. Unconsciously, we are trying to search for it. Okay? So like that, actually, the soul is eternally happy. That is the reason it is looking for happiness. We may understand. See, that's a very simple question. Why everybody is running after happiness? Why not after distress? The question looks foolish, but why? Why is that? Because our nature is to be happy. That is the reason everywhere we are searching for happiness. So unconsciously, but why we are doing? Only for happiness. So we are thinking maybe happiness is here. So let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. But actually we are looking for happiness. But we are thinking, okay, I want this. Let me achieve that. I want some fame, or I want beauty, I want richness, something. But actually what we are looking is, we are looking for happiness, because that is our original nature. So in search of happiness, we are actually going. And because since like last week we discussed, right? Because we decide to be independent of the Lord, Maya Devi does the thankless job of putting us in illusion. We understood the example, right? The girl who's put in a pseudo kitchen. Okay, she doesn't want her mother to stand next to her. She wants to be the queen of the kitchen. So if that is the case, then she has to forget that she is the small baby of the mother. Correct? She has to forget. Only then she can play nicely. So Maya Devi does this thankless job of putting us in illusion.
అక్క మరి ఈ ఈ లెక్కన మనకి మోక్షం రావటం అనేది చాలా అరుదు నేను అనుకోవటం. మరి కాదా?
Yes.
అంటే కర్మ చేయకుండా, అటు మనసులో ఆలోచనలు రాకుండా, కోరిక రాకుండా, తినాలి అన్న కోరిక వచ్చినా చాలు. అది కూడా మళ్ళా ఇట్ గివ్స్ అనదర్ బర్త్.
Correct. Yes. We are
మరి
here.
మోక్షం
We are here till all our desires are satisfied.
అదే
Because I may desire to get something, but I may not be eligible now. So what Krishna does is very affectionate father, right? He says, oh, okay, you have a desire, but still you
మళ్ళీ
don't
పుట్టిస్తా.
have the eligibility. So take birth till you accumulate the eligibility, and then your desire is fulfilled. But in this process, again, we are caught in the desires. Yes, as you rightly said, that is why it is called an ocean. Nobody can cross the ocean just like that. Okay, so this crossing of the ocean needs an external help, the divine help. But it is possible. That is where Krishna is saying, come to me. Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagara bhavamina chirat partha maya veshita chotisam. Krishna is saying, I will personally come and take you out from this ocean. I'll come on Garuda. I'll pick you up. I'll put you on my back and I'll take you. Unless Guru or Krishna comes, it is not possible to come out of the desires. It is very difficult. But Kulashekar, coming to this shloka, Kulashekar is okay with that. He says, no problem. Put me wherever you want. But just give me one boon. What is that? Let me not forget your lotus feet. Okay. And why have you seen baby Krishna on Vattapatram? Alayilla Krishna, they say, no? Tamil. What is he doing? What is he doing? Did you observe the pose?
టో పట్టుకొని ఆడటం లాగా కదక్క.
He's putting his toe of the right foot. He's putting in the mouth. Why is he doing that?
కంసుడికి చంపడం. అందుకనే దే సే లైక్ పసిపిల్లలు బొటన్ వేలు నోట్లో పెడితే మేనమావకి అరిష్టం పెట్టుకోకు అని అంటారు.
Because of Krishna, is it?
అంతే కదా అక్క. కానీ
కరారవిందేన పదారవిందం
విందం
అరవిందే వినివేశ
పటస్య పత్రస్య పుటే
స్వపత్రస్య పుటే శయానం
బాలముకుందం మనసా స్మరామి.
స్మరామి. Because everybody is saying, Krishna, I want your lotus feet. I want your lotus feet. I want to bow down your lotus feet. Krishna is thinking, what is there in my feet? I don't know. All the devotees, they are saying, I want to stay at your lotus feet, feet. So let me understand what this feet has. Okay. So he's trying to keep it in the mouth and see what exactly is there in this feet. What is there in that feet? We should take the example of Lord Shiva. Okay. There's one beautiful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Sanchintaya Bhagavatascharanarvindam Vajrankushadhvaja Saroruhalanchanaad Uttunga Raktavilusannaka Chakravala Jyotsnabhirahatamahatrudayandakaram. In that, it says the Krishna's lotus feet has certain symbols. It has a victory flag, it has a chakra, it has a vajra, ankusha. Ankusha, you know, ankusha ante to control the elephant they use.
Yeah.
Okay. So it has very, very divine symbols. So few symbols are there to protect the devotees. Okay, protecting the devotees, again, we should understand that the Lord protects our devotion, life after life. Okay, the other shloka says, Lord Shiva, what is the meaning of Shiva? I told you last time, you remember? Shivam means what?
ఐశ్వర్యం.
Okay. No, Shiva gives Aishwaryam. Shivam means
Okay.
auspiciousness. Shivam means auspicious. Mangalam. Okay, so that shloka says, after putting the water which emanated from your lotus feet, Shiva became even more auspicious. Sorry. So when did Shiva put water on his head? Do you know? You know the descending of Ganges to earth? Bhagirath brings Mother Ganges to earth, right? So when Bhagirath is asking, he performs a great meditation to Ganges. He has some personal interest there. He wants to liberate his forefathers. Okay? So then Ganga says, okay, I can descend from the heaven, but when I am coming, okay, the earth cannot bear my pressure. So look for some person who can actually withstand my pressure. Okay, then Bhagirath approaches Lord Shiva. You know this story, right? So he goes and prays to Shiva. He says, so I could convince Mother Ganga to come to the earth, but nobody can hold her pressure. Only you can do it. Can you please do that for me? So Shiva is also very pleased with the austerities performed by Bhagirath. So he holds. The actual reason why Shiva holds is Ganga has its origin. Where did Ganga originate from? You know the origin of Ganga?
Vishnu Padam.
Rishikesh, sure.
Yeah, it came from the lotus feet of Vishnu.
Oh.
So Shiva was very, very ready. He says, wow, getting Ganga on my head, my role is successful, he thought. So he immediately accepted for holding Ganga on his. So here we are talking this because he says, Mukunda Murdhna Pranipatyayachi. So bowing down my head at to you, I'm asking for this benediction. Bowing down my where? Bhave. Okay. Avismritistvat Charanaravinda. We are trying to see why the Lord's feet is very, very glorious. So when Lord Shiva took that water which washed Krishna's feet on his, and he became even more auspicious. So that's what the devotees are interested only in the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Let me just be there. That is the reason they pray to Tulasi. Why is Tulasi so special? She always stays at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna. That is the reason we don't worship any other devata with Tulasi. Tulasi is meant only for Krishna's service. Even while plucking Tulasi, we say, Tulasi Amrita Janmasi Sadatvam Keshava Priye Keshavartham Vichinvami. You're always dear to Lord Krishna, Keshava. For the pleasure of Keshava, I'm plucking you. Okay, Keshavartham Vichinvami. Varade Bhava Shobhani. That is the verse we use when we are plucking Tulasi. Very, very dear to Krishna. So the devotees take care of Tulasi so much. Because it stays at the lotus feet of the. So that's why Kulashekar is saying, let me take any number of births. Bhave, bhave. Bhave means, bhava means repeated birth and death cycle. Bhave, bhave, repeated. Janma after janma. No problem. But give me that boon. What is the boon? Avismriti. Freedom from forgetfulness. I want to remember your lotus feet. That's the only boon I'm asking. Okay. Shall we all together recite this verse?
Okay.
The meanings are clear, right? The words Mukunda.
Yes.
Murtana, I
Yes.
have given the word-to-word meaning also here.
Yeah. One thing I wanted, I mean, after completing this, I have a question, Akka. You
Sure.
can clarify. Let's chant this and then we'll do.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Mukunda Mudhna Pranipatyayache.
Nandamudra pranipatyate.
Bhavantamekantamiyantamartham.
भवन्तमेकान्तमियन्तमर्थम्
Avismritistvaccharanarvinde.
विस्मृतिस्त्वच्चरणारविन्दे
Bhave bhave mestu bhavat prasadat.
Bhave bhave mestu bhavat prasad.
भवत्प्रसादात्
Yeah. Yes, Radhika.
So, I heard, I don't know whether that is true, but I saw some reels and also some stories about Devi. From the blood of Devi, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva were born. Is that true, Akka? They said in Tamil, they அம்பாளுடைய உதிரத்திலேருந்து பிறந்தவங்க தான் மகாவிஷ்ணு, பிரம்மா அண்ட் சிவா. இவங்க 3 பேரும் வந்து கிரியேட்டர் ஆஃப் இது வந்து பிரம்மா, ப்ரொடெக்டர் வந்துட்டு சிவா, சாரி விஷ்ணு, அண்ட் தென் டெஸ்ட்ராயர் வந்துட்டு சிவா. இவங்க 3 பேருமே வந்து அம்பாளுடைய உதிரத்திலேருந்து பிறந்தவங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. அம்பாள் தான் இவங்கள வந்து கிரியேட் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஒரு இது இருக்கு. அது எனக்கு கிளாரிஃபை
Sure.
பண்ணுங்க.
Sure. ఇంకెవరికైనా ఉందా doubt? Anybody else has that doubt? Have you all
Yeah.
also heard about that?
నాకు కాదక్క. అంటే అలా కాదు గానీ వాట్ ఐ కేమ్ టు నో ఇస్ బర్త్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ ఓన్లీ త్రూ ఎ ఫీమేల్. సో Vishnumurti is nothing but the Vishnu or the Supreme, whomever we are calling, is equal to the Supreme Goddess. That is what I heard. Birth is possible, and Vishnu బొడ్డులోంచి బ్రహ్మ వచ్చి బ్రహ్మ is the creator of all the species. అలా కదా. సో హియర్ దట్ విష్ణు is nothing but the goddess అని నేను
That
విన్నది
is
మరి.
your understand. Very nice. Actually, we should understand. Okay, being the followers of Sanatana Dharma, we should understand the position and the position of each god and their connection with the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Radhika, the story which you heard, this is from Devi Bhagavati. Okay.
Okay.
Which is also written by Vyasadeva. Okay. It doesn't come under the main 18 Puranas. but it comes as a Upapurana, Devi Bhagavatam. Okay? Yes. This episode comes there. But now how do we understand this? Okay, if you look into Srimad Bhagavatam, it gives the creation of the universe from scratch. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so that in Srimad Bhagavatam, we have the reference where there is a Vishnu called Karanodaka Sai Vishnu.
Okay. Yeah.
There are some previous persons or personalities also to Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, which originate from Krishna. Let us keep them aside. We are coming to this material world.
Okay.
Now,
Got it.
from this Karanodaka Vishnu, so many universes are coming.
Right.
This
Yes, Akka.
universe is
Hmm.
what I'm calling Fort Durga,
Okay.
for which Mother Durga is in charge. Actually, Mother Durga is not different from Prakriti, this world. She's not different from that. Okay? Now, each universe, all the universes, it is only Mother Durga.
Okay.
And they all emanated from Karanodaka Sai Vishnu.
Okay, Akka.
Now, when universe was formed, okay, this Karana Vishnu, the one Vishnu who was who was sleeping in that Karana ocean,
Mhm.
enters each universe. If you read Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, which the story which you said, okay. So first, the Devi alone is there in this creation,
Mm.
and she's just looking, seeing what next. That is the time she says, Lord Krishna on the banyan leaf, Vattapatra. If you
Okay.
read Devi Bhagavatam, you'll come to know. There's a big story. There's so many stories here. Okay,
ఇక్కడ
then
దేవి అక్క ఇక్కడ దేవి రిఫర్స్ టు దుర్గా
no,
ఆర్ పార్వతి
Durga is seeing baby Krishna. Okay, Durga is Mother
Yeah.
Earth. Okay, now
Mm.
as you said, now so the universe is there. She's looking for what next, and then she gets the darshan of the Supreme Lord. Okay, now you understand. The universe is there. Durga is there. Then what? Now, how did we all enter? As Gayatri Garu was saying, the Lord, the Supreme Lord, who is the Father, he tells in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Bija Pradaspita. I am the seed-giving Father for everyone. Okay. So if somebody needs to be born, you need a father and you need a mother. The father has to keep the seed in mother's womb. Correct? Then
Mm.
only the mother delivers the baby. So it has to be the father. Both are important, but the seed giving has to be done from the father. Okay. So now the Supreme Lord keeps all the jivas as in the womb of Prakriti, Mother Durga. Now what is her job? She has to supply different bodies to different jivas as per their desires and sanction of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Now that job is given to Lord Brahma. Now one Vishnu entered here, right? He entered in this world.
Universe.
Okay.
One. Mm.
Yeah. Actually, he is also looking. Nothing is there here. From his perspiration, this universe half was filled with his perspiration.
Mm.
That's why he's called Narayana. The meaning is one with water.
Okay.
So on that Narayana, in that water, he just lies down along with Sesha. Whenever Narayana wants to take rest, his assistant Sesha comes. From him then sprouted the lotus, and Brahma was born in the lotus. Okay. Now understand. Brahma is there. Durga is there. In this womb, okay, Krishna has kept all the, Vishnu has kept all us. He is the seed giving father. He has put us in this Durga womb. Okay. Now, Prakriti has to develop the bodies. Correct? Now, the designer of this body is Brahma. Brahma creates different types of bodies. But what is the raw material? Who is giving the raw material?
Vishnu.
Durga
Oh,
is giving.
okay. Seed was given by. Okay.
Seed is given by Vishnu.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Raw material is given by Durga.
Okay.
The shaping is done by Brahma.
Okay,
అంటే
okay.
ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ గుణాలు కూడా రావాలిగా
I will tell you.
సత్వరజస్తమో
I will tell
గుణాలని
you. I will tell you. Yes, very good actually. Now
Okay.
this Brahma has to create, right?
Hmm.
If he has to create, he cannot have equal vision. If he has equal vision, he will not be able to create varieties. So to create variety, he has to come in touch with passion, Rajogun. Only then he can create. Okay? That's why Brahma is called Rajogun avatar of the Supreme Lord. Likewise, after creation, something has to be maintained. Now, this maintenance can be done by Sattvagun, the mode of goodness. That is taken by Vishnu. Okay? And after some time, because this is a material world, since something has taken birth, it has to die, layam. It has to get dissolved into the universe again. So to dissolve or to distract or to annihilate, you need tamogun. And that's where Lord Shiva takes care of the tamogun. Now this Vishnu also, and this Mother Earth, Prakriti, Durga, she's combination of all the three. Durga is Devi, Hesha, Gunamayi. Krishna calls Durga as Gunamayi. She's a combination of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So she's a combination of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, which has formed Prakriti. Brahma is taking care of the creation with Rajogun. Vishnu is taking care of maintenance with Sattvagun. And Shiva is taking care of Tamogun and doing the layam, destruction, annihilation. So in that sense, Prakriti, as per Devi Bhagavatam, treats this Vishnu, the third Vishnu who has entered. Do you understand, Radhika? We have seen three Vishnus here. The Karanodakasai Vishnu. The one who entered the universe is Garbhodakasai Vishnu. This Garbhodakasai Vishnu enters into each living being and maintains. He is called Kshirodakasai Vishnu.
Okay.
This Kshirodakasai Vishnu stays in that milk ocean, which is above Brahma's planet. And all these are within Mother Prakriti, within Durga.
ఎనీ
Okay.
పిక్చర్ రిఫరెన్స్ ఉందాక ఎక్కడన్నా
Yes.
Yeah.
ఆన్లైన్ లో
Yes, maybe I will post it. I will search and post
Yeah.
it.
Can you
Akka, oka
please
doubt.
if we get the
Sure.
flow chart or something, or yeah, that
Sure,
would be
definitely.
good.
It is there. It is there in
Sure, అక్క.
Bhagavatam. Okay, I'll try to post that.
Thank
అక్క
you.
ఒక డౌట్ మరి ఇప్పుడు మనకి 14 భువనాలు అలా చెప్తున్నాం కదా మరి సూర్యచంద్రులు ఒక్కొక్క లోకానికి ఉంటారా ఓన్లీ అంత
Under. You should
ఉండరు
read
ఓకే
5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I don't know if I have the picture. Just one second. I think I have that. Let me share the other picture. Actually, one should read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. You'll get a very beautiful picture of this entire universe. I don't remember, Gayatri, if I have it here. Let me quickly check.
ఇక్కడ ఇంకోటక ఎక్కడ మరి పార్వతీ అమ్మవారిది రాదా Parvati is
Parvati
like
is Durga.
Shakti.
Parvati is Durga.
Oh,
Actually, I
Durga is
didn't
Parvati
complete my
Anakate.
explanation.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
I had the
Yeah.
same question like Gayatri Garu, because they say that the blood from Parvati, all these three creator, destroyer, and protector were born. That's what I heard from
No,
Parvati.
that's what I'm trying to say.
But
So Durga contains all this. The
yeah,
other thing I want to say is Lord Vishnu, the outside Vishnu, he is beyond all the three gunas. He does not touch either Sattvagun or Rajogun or Tamogun. Then how can he keep the us jivas? He has to impregnate Prakriti with jivas, but he does not touch. So the glance he looks at Prakriti is Lord Shiva. Okay, he becomes Shiva to impregnate the jivas into the womb of Prakriti. That's why if you say who are our first parents, it is Durga and Lord Shiva.
Akka, can you please repeat that?
Jagatapitarav Vande Parvati Parameshwaro.
Yeah, okay.
So Parvati Parameshwaro, Jagatapitarav Vande. They are the starting mother and father for us. It is the Supreme Lord who impregnates the jivas in Prakriti. Since Prakriti is made of three gunas, he does not touch Trigunas, he does not touch the material world. He turns into Shiva and impregnates the jivas. That is why we repeatedly keep saying there's no difference between the Supreme Lord and Shiva. But at the same time, they're not equal. He takes a different shape. Just like milk and curd are not same, but they're not different also.
Mm,
Curd is with a different quality, but it's the same.
yeah, okay.
And now Shiva becomes the master of Durga. Because he has taken the position of father. Is that okay?
It is okay, but in reality, how come Parvati is the Shiva's wife, right? And there is the confusion, Akka.
So
So
that we have all the history, right? Initially, Prakriti takes, she's born as Sati, daughter of Daksha, gets married to Shiva, and Shiva is insulted by Daksha, who is a
yeah, in
Vishnu's.
the yagna, yeah,
In the
right.
yajna, Shiva destroys. So
Yes.
Sati gives up her body, Shiva destroys the yajna, and she is
Mhm.
again born as, because she is eternally connected to Lord Shiva.
Okay, Akka.
Shiva is always her master, and she cannot imagine anybody else as her master.
అక్క
So
మరి
Yeah.
ఈక్వల్
she
కాదు
may
అనుకుంటున్నాను.
appear in different avatars. She will only choose Shiva as her husband because Shiva
Okay.
is her master.
ఎక్కడన్నా భగవద్గీతలో సూర్య చంద్రులు నా కళ్ళు లాగా అనేది చెప్పారా కదా?
Yes,
మరి
yes.
అదే సూర్య చంద్రులు అమ్మవారికి కూడా చెప్తారు కదక్క. అంటే లలితా పరమేశ్వరికి కళ్ళు.
Avachu. Because see,
So,
again
అప్పుడు
you need to understand that Durga is Krishna's external energy. It's not different. Actually, you cannot separate the energy from the energetic. You cannot separate the energy. You cannot see them as two entities. That's why Brahma Samhita clears this down. It comes as Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Chaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga. This Durga is in charge of Srishti Sthiti Laya. The three things we were seeing: creation, maintenance, and destruction. Okay. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Chaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga. Chaya means, you know, what is Chaya? Shadow.
షాడో ఆఫ్ సన్.
She is shadow of the Supreme Lord. Chaye
Gotcha.
Vaisya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga. Ichhanurupama Piyasya Chacheshtate Sa. The cheshta, the activities which she is doing, Ichhanurupam. On whose desire? To that Lord Govinda, I pay my respects. That is what Lord Brahma is saying. So this Durga, who is in charge of creation, maintenance, and destruction, who is the shadow of the Supreme Lord, and who works under his direction, To that Durga, I pay my obeisances. That is the shloka. That is the connection between Durga and the Supreme Lord. So you cannot actually separate from them. Krishna has two energies. One is external energy. She is there for us. That's why I said thankless job. She has the Trishul in her hand. Those three represent Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, and Adi Daivika kleshas. She will test us. Adi Daivika is the natural calamities. Adi Bhautika is the miseries caused by other living beings. Adhyatmika is the miseries caused by our own self. Adi Daivika is miseries caused by the natural calamities. She is in charge of everything here in this material world.
Mm.
Okay, so you don't really separate them. But we understand that she works under the supervision of the Supreme. Krishna reveals that. Maya adhyakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam. Prakriti works under my direction. The sun and the moon work under my direction. Brahma Samhita tells about Surya and Krishna. Yachakshuresha savita sakalagrahanam Raja samasta suramurtir asesha tejaha. Surya, who is the Chakshu of the Lord. Chakshu means eyes. He is the leader of all the planets. Raja samasta suramurtir asesha te. Yasyagnaya bhramati sambrita kala chakro. He is doing the kala chakra on whose agnya? To that Lord Govinda, Govindamadi Purusham Bhajami. Brahma Samhita is a very beautiful scripture which gives the connection between the Devatas and the Supreme Lord. It gives a relationship between Vishnu and Krishna. It gives a relationship between Shiva and Krishna. It gives a relationship between Ganesha and Krishna. What is the role of
Yeah.
Ganesha here? Okay, one needs to definitely read Brahma Samhita.
అక్క మరి బ్రహ్మాండం అంటే ఎలా రిఫర్ చేస్తాం ఇది
బ్రహ్మాండం, one
14
universe.
రసాలు కలిపి ఉన్నదే బ్రహ్మాండమా?
Yes, it is one Brahmanda.
బ్రహ్మాండ పురాణం అంతా అమ్మవారిది అని విన్నానక్క, కాదా?
Avachu. See, in 18 Puranas, 6 come under Sattvagun Puranas, 6 are Rajogun Puranas, and 6 are Tamogun Puranas. 4 different classes of people. Everybody may not understand differentiation and integration in maths. So, based on the mentality, those Puranas are given. So, we have Skanda Purana, where Lord Skanda, Kartikeya is glorified the most. We have Shiva Purana, we have Linga Purana, all the 18 Puranas. Everything is written by Vyasadeva only. And Vyasadeva says, the topmost jewel among the 18 Puranas is Bhagavata. Because it talks about Bhagavan. There is only one Bhagavan. All these Devatas are not separate from him. At the same time, they are not equal to him. Okay? Actually, we have lot of treasure only. We just
Yeah,
need to
Akka.
dig through and try to
You won't
understand.
believe, Akka, நீங்க பேச உங்களை தான் ரசிச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். Pranam to you, Guruji. உண்மையிலே சொல்றேன், you have immense knowledge. And the knowledge வந்துட்டு, you know, we I don't know, not even a mustard size we got that, you know, but we wanted to continue these sessions with you so that, you know,
Please,
we will acquire
let's
as
try
much
to,
as we could.
yeah, let us together try to understand.
Yeah, I'm getting tears in my eyes, Akka, by looking at you, how much knowledge that you have for every question that we are throwing in. You are able to answer all this from, you know, from different versions. And if you don't have that knowledge, you know, if not going through any of those books and reading that, you cannot answer here. So, you know, all these
Radhika,
years you
I
spent.
don't think I'm worth of all the praise which you are doing. This is all mercy of Guru and Prabhupada. Since we have been in the movement for a long time, so we've heard so many lectures, we've read the scriptures. That's why maybe I'm
Yeah.
able to give you some reference. But the knowledge we
Awesome.
have is
So much.
very, very, it's like, as you said, it's only a mustard seed. But that is the reason I tell in all the classes. To the extent possible, I'll try to clarify. Otherwise, I'll get back to you. I'll
Thank
clarify
you.
from my guru and I'll get back to you definitely.
Thank you so much, Akka, for clarifying all
Let's
the
together
questions.
do this journey. Okay.
Yes, definitely, Akka. With Lord Krishna's call, right, for us to join this, no matter what. Like we have
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
much interest in this because we had several questions. How to connect Devi's world with Vishnu's world and Shiva's world. We have so many questions. I understand that. As you said, like not everybody can understand that the integration or arithmetics and what. So based on their knowledge or how to bring that to that level of people to understand, this has been given in a separate scriptures, and people are following, which is good. Shaivas, Vaishnavas, and we have devotees in such a way. So it's great to have this. Now I'm thinking, like, can we have that Garbo, the Vishnu, with that who breathes the bubble, that becomes the universe, right? Can we have that picture in our house or no?
You
Is there
can.
anything that we
You
need to
can.
follow?
You can. You can.
Just
And
to make
definitely.
myself to remember that,
Yes. In fact, one
universe
should
is.
look at the structure of the universe.
Yes, that's what it's a
Yeah.
reminder for me that, it's all coming from him. And, since Vishnu can't handle everything, like Shailu Guruji, I actually call her Guruji because, she is like, she sparked this in my mind. So my soul got awakened through her, actually. So that's why I call her Guruji. But she did mention that, Krishna is like, personal, like, officially, if you go to the office, Vishnu takes that form, and Krishna is like personally, like how you treat in your as part of your family, so that's how he is. So that differentiation she gave. So something like that, like if you have the flow chart of who comes to the top, and then descendants of every avatar, who is taking care of this, whatever the job that they are doing, right? So if you have that, please share that.
You have some time? I'll just quickly share. I got the picture.
Yeah, sure, Akka, sure, Akka. I definitely want it. I'm saying that these sessions are keep recording. So, do we get those recorded sessions, Akka?
Yes. Yes.
In case
Yes.
if I wanted to cross-reference our conversations and also your teachings.
Sure. Sure. Definitely. We are trying to record and put it in the channel, YouTube
Sure.
channel.
Awesome.
Yes, I'll quickly show you this. Yes, I got the picture. A broad picture. Maybe we can get into the details some other time. Okay.
Yes.
Say outside, you can see so many bubbles are there. So one
Yes.
bubble is zoomed. Okay, so under this, you can see Garbhodaka ocean.
Gotcha. Yes.
Okay, so this water is actually it's just the sweat of this Lord, Vishnu. Okay, he's lying on the Sesha bed. From here, from his navel comes the lotus.
Mm.
Okay, so now this lotus, the stem of this lotus contains the 13 planets. The lotus itself is the 14th planet. So at the center, you can see Bhuloka. Correct? The equator.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on top, you can see, so here Brahma is here. You can see Durga. Her picture
Yeah.
is the biggest in this universe. Correct? But because she is the universe. And you have Lord Shiva. And you have Kshirodaka Vishnu. So this Brahma, this Shiva, this, you can think that they are in this universe, which is Mother Durga. Now the same Mother Durga comes as Parvati and she accepts Shiva as her husband.
Okay.
So here you can see two Vishnus. மேல துர்கா பக்கத்துல இருக்கிறது வந்து க்ஷீரோதக சாய் விஷ்ணு. You can see that?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Mm.
See, next to Durga Devi, it is written Durga Devi. She is the shadow of Hladini Shakti. Hladini means the potency of the Lord. She's the shadow. Ichan. I gave you the shloka, right? Chaye vayasya bhuvanani vibhakti durga. So this is a broad picture. If you go into Bhagavatam 5th canto, this gives a very detailed description of all these planets, their measurements. See, in this universe, another interesting thing is here. Did you say this? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Even the width of those layers is given in Bhagavatam. So once you cross this, outside this, it is called Viraja river. So one needs, when Vishnu came as Vamanavataram, he grew big, right? So 1 foot, he covered the entire upper planets. And that is the time he made a hole to the universe. And from there only Ganges came. That Ganges only Shiva is bearing on his head. You can see here. Tirthena murtyana dhakritena Shiva Shivo bhut. Shiva became even more Shiva, even more auspicious, taking that water.
అక్క మరి మణిద్వీప వర్ణన చెప్తారు కదా, మణిద్వీపంలో అమ్మవారు ఉంటుంది, కంచు గోడలు రాగి గోడలతో ఉంటాయి అక్కడ అనేది అలా
Could be
అది
nice. See, because that is where we need to understand, though the Lord is present everywhere, the Lord is personal also. So I'm telling, Durga is this material world, earth full, the entire Brahmanda, and she needs a residing place. So personally also she's there. I can say this has all the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. But earth is also present there. Do you understand? So Durga, the entire material world, this entire Prakriti is Durga. And personally she is present in a place. So that could be Manidvipa, whatever the different descriptions which we find in the scriptures. Just like Lord Shiva is present in Kailash. Vishnu is present in Kshirodakasaya, Kshira ocean, Kshira Samudram. Brahma is present in the lotus. Actually, Bhagavatam, if you see, we have something called Meru Parvatam. On top of Meru Parvata, we again have Brahmaloka. Because Brahma, when he comes to the earthly planet, he needs some temporary guest house. So that is the place. All the devatas have the places there in Meru. Everything is given in detail in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's a
sometime you have to explain us that one too, akka, like
sure.
Bhagavatam.
We'll do that.
In our journey we will continue after this
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita. We
Yes.
have to continue with
Yes,
Bhagavatam.
we'll do that. That's very interesting also. And let me add, it's good to know the structure of the jail. It is good to know, but it's not mandatory. We just need to understand we are in the jail and we need to get out.
Yeah.
Knowing the structure of the jail is okay. That's out of interest, We want to know where is what. That is okay. But that need not be mandatory. But out of curiosity or interest, we can still try to understand. Just for our faith to get strengthened, we can do.
Yeah, okay. So just to I mean, it's always say that more you literated, you won't attain the God. Illiterate people can reach the God very quickly. There is a saying, but how far it is true means like illiterates are like kids, right? Like a baby. Who doesn't need to understand every insight of all the details about everything, how it works.
Maybe
And
we'll discuss this later. The
okay,
statement is
little bit contradicting.
yes. It's not so true also.
Okay.
Because see, the baby is not innocent. The baby is only ignorant.
Ignorant. Okay.
There is a
Makes sense.
difference.
Yeah, that
There's
is
a
also
difference. With ignorance, you cannot achieve the Lord.
Yeah,
Innocence is good. Lord is happy with innocence, but not with ignorance.
ignorance. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So by having